Hang in there. You hang. Just singing.
She was once the face of America's most beloved sitcom, the kind of star who didn't just appear on your TV, but became part of your living room. Yet, as the 90s faded, Jennifer Aniston experienced a subtle shift. The roles slowed down, the media's attention wandered, and Hollywood's sweetheart found herself no longer in the spotlight. But now, she's more influential than ever, dominating red carpets, appearing on Forbes rankings, and making waves with every public move. So, what changed? How did someone once close to quitting acting turn into one of entertainment's most powerful figures? There's far more to Jennifer Aniston than endless Friends reruns and glossy magazine spreads. Behind the polished image lies a story of resilience, transformation, and billion-dollar choices. From her headline-grabbing relationships to business, decisions that shocked the industry, her path has been anything but typical. And now, with a younger audience discovering her legacy and Hollywood paying fresh attention, one question keeps surfacing: is it just a wave of nostalgia or something deeper? The answer might surprise you. Before Jennifer Aniston was a household name, she was hustling through a string of part-time gigs to stay afloat, waiting tables, delivering messages on a bike, even working phones as a telemarketer. Acting was always the goal, but for years, it looked more like wishful thinking. Her film debut in the low-budget horror flick Leprechaun nearly convinced her to call it quits. But instead of stepping away, she leaned in, and what followed would change her life forever. In 1994, she booked the role of Rachel Green on Friends, a part that instantly clicked with millions of viewers. As the show's popularity exploded, so did Aniston's star. By the early 2000s, she wasn't just a sitcom actress, she was a cultural force. Together with her castmates, she pulled off one of television's biggest salary deals, eventually earning $1 million per episode. But it wasn't just about the money. She took home an Emmy, a Golden Globe, and a level of fame most actors only dream of. Her success wasn't accidental. It came from years of rejection, perseverance, and perfect timing. And she was just getting started. When she married Brad Pitt in 2000, the two quickly became Hollywood's ultimate power couple, the kind of pairing tabloids couldn't resist. But by 2005, it all fell apart. Rumors swirled after Pitt's chemistry with Angelina Jolie in Mr. and Mrs. Smith sparked speculation. Though nothing was confirmed at first, the buzz only grew louder when Brad and Angelina stepped out together following his split from Jennifer. Some believed she was caught off guard. Others thought she knew it was coming. Then came the moment that reignited the media frenzy: the 2020 SAG Awards. Brad and Jennifer, both single and on seemingly good terms, were photographed backstage, laughing, touching hands, even sharing a brief hug. Fans went wild. Was it closure, a reunion, or just a friendly exchange? Insiders said it was platonic, but the world was already invested. Their story never got a definitive ending, which might be why people can't stop bringing it up. Saying goodbye to Rachel Green wasn't simple. Many actors never escaped their breakout roles. And for a while, Jennifer seemed stuck in the same wholesome character mold. But she didn't fade. She pivoted. Films like The Good Girl and Marley and Me revealed emotional depth far beyond sitcom charm. She started choosing more complex parts, winning over critics who expected her to play it safe. At the same time, she was gaining power behind the scenes. By producing several of her own films, Jennifer secured creative control and a bigger slice of the profits. Romantic hits like Along Came Polly, The Breakup, and Horrible Bosses kept her box office appeal strong. But they also helped her step out from under Friends' long shadow. She wasn't just staying afloat, she was steering the ship. And by the time Where the Millers hit theaters, her new chapter was firmly established. While others chased attention, Jennifer Aniston mastered the quiet climb. In 2019, she made a major return to television with The Morning Show, co-starring Reese Witherspoon. It was more than a comeback. It included one of TV's top paychecks, at $125 million per episode. But that was only part of her empire. She was already earning around $10 million a year through endorsements, lending her name to brands like Smartwater, Aveeno, and Emirates. And then there's the Friends fortune, syndication and streaming deals that bring in $1 billion annually for the studio. Each cast member reportedly earns $10 to $20 million a year just from reruns. On top of that, Jennifer found success on Netflix, with films like Murder Mystery showing she can still draw in viewers no matter the platform. With a reported net worth around $300 million, She's become one of Hollywood's savviest and wealthiest figures, without constantly being in the limelight. Jennifer Aniston didn't just make it in Hollywood, she figured out how to thrive on her own terms. Where many actors fade after one iconic role, she adjusted, grew, and turned roadblocks into strategy. Whether it was smart business moves or taking roles that challenged her image, she stayed in control. She never needed scandal to stay in the conversation. Her decisions and quiet confidence did the work. Now, with decades of accomplishments behind her, she's far more than Rachel from Friends. She represents resilience in an industry that moves fast and forgets faster. Maybe that's why fans still follow, still wonder, and still root for her. Because at her core, Jennifer Aniston feels familiar, like someone we've all watched grow, adapt, and somehow never stop being fascinated by.